Welcome to Starwatch Now, your front row seat to all the hottest gossip, drama, and breaking news from the world of entertainment. If it's trending, shocking, or star-studded, we're covering it. Stay tuned. You won't want to miss what's coming next. In a world where cameras never stop rolling, and every smile might be staged, can true love still exist in showbiz? Today on Starwatch Now, the spotlight falls on two of China's brightest stars, Wang Yibo and Liin, whose quiet connection is making global fans believe Sparkle's real affection might still bloom behind the scenes. But what's really going on behind the smiles, gestures, and moments they didn't think anyone was watching? In the polished world of fame and flashing cameras, it's easy to forget that behind every carefully crafted image stands a real person. Someone who laughs, hesitates, makes mistakes, and yearns to be understood. That truth is often buried beneath glossy magazine covers, choreographed interviews, and calculated brand deals. But every so often, a story breaks through the noise, not with controversy, but with quiet humanity. That's exactly what's unfolding between Wang Yibo and Liin. This isn't the story of two celebrities forced into friendship by a script or a promotional schedule. Nor is it another fleeting connection born of convenience. What we're witnessing here feels different. Their bond, subtle as it may seem, has drawn attention not because it's loud, but because it's real, delicate, unspoken, and deeply human. It's seen in the way they glance at each other without effort, how they make space for one another in crowded rooms, and how they consistently offer support with a kind of sincerity that defies industry norms. In an age where attention is currency and relationships are often curated for clout, Yibo and Liin remind us of something far more grounding, that there is still room in this world, even in showbiz, for genuine connection. Not everything between them is known, and that's part of the magic. Their story invites us to slow down and pay attention to what's not said. The little gestures, the eye contact, the respect that doesn't need a microphone to be heard. Perhaps what resonates most is not just the idea of a possible romance or deep friendship, but the way their connection awakens something in us. It stirs a quiet hope that no matter how bright the spotlight, some people still hold on to what matters: kindness, presence, and emotional honesty. It's this quiet strength that draws people to them, not out of obsession, but out of recognition. In watching them, we remember the best parts of ourselves, the part that longs not just to be seen, but to be truly understood. When people look at Wang Yibo and Liin, they often ask the same question. Is this simply a friendship, or is there something more unfolding quietly behind the scenes? But perhaps that question oversimplifies what we're really witnessing. The connection between them doesn't fit neatly into the categories the public so often demands. Not entirely romantic, not just platonic. Instead, it exists in a space rarely acknowledged in celebrity culture. A place of deep mutual recognition. There's an ease between them that's hard to manufacture. Not the performance of closeness, but the kind that grows when two people trust each other without needing to impress. They speak the same emotional language, even in silence. It's in the way one listens while the other speaks, in the way they allow each other to shine without overshadowing. That level of unspoken understanding doesn't happen overnight, nor does it come from a contract or a script. It is built slowly, quietly, and often away from the cameras. Some might argue it's just good chemistry, the result of professional compatibility or shared time on set. But chemistry can be practiced. This feels lived. It feels like two people who don't need to prove anything to anyone, because what they share doesn't rely on public validation. Their support for each other doesn't chase attention. It exists outside of spectacle. That, in today's hypervisible world, is rare and strangely moving. What makes their bond so compelling is not the possibility of romance, but the way they preserve their dignity and care for one another in a space that so often strips both away. Whether standing side by side at events or simply glancing across a crowded room, their energy speaks volumes. And in those small, passing moments, audiences feel something both intimate and inspiring. Not the noise of tabloid headlines, but the quiet depth of something sincere. In a world that often confuses affection with performance, Wang Yibo and Liin remind us that sometimes the most powerful connections are the ones that don't need to be explained. They just are. In today's entertainment industry, relationships are often fleeting, transactional, and burdened by image management. It's a space where friendships are sometimes scripted, moments are rehearsed, and sincerity is carefully portioned to serve the demands of a curated public persona. Against this backdrop, the bond between Wang Yibo and Liin stands out, not because it is loud or romanticized, but because it feels uncommonly authentic. What makes their connection rare isn't just the kindness they show to one another, but the quiet consistency with which they do it. They are not a couple paraded by the media, nor are they co-stars overly eager to sell chemistry. Instead, there is something grounding in their presence. Two individuals who move alongside each other with mutual care, never competing for attention, never seeking to define what they are. That kind of subtle emotional alliance is almost invisible in a world obsessed with spectacle. And yet, it speaks louder than most headlines. They seem to understand something many in their world forget. That connection, when real, does not need performance. The way they interact feels safe, like a space carved out of chaos, a rare emotional refuge where neither needs to explain themselves. Their dynamic suggests an old-fashioned sort of closeness, something rooted in trust, in having each other's backs without conditions. It's not the kind of bond that demands attention. It's the kind that holds firm even when no one is looking. This is precisely why audiences are drawn to them, not because of scandal or speculation, but because their bond invites people to believe in something gentler, more human. In a time when celebrity interactions are often reduced to viral moments and superficial gestures, Wang Iba and Liin offer a glimpse into something deeper. They show us what it means to be present for someone, without an agenda. And that quiet loyalty, that emotional integrity, is not just refreshing, it's rare. In a world that celebrates noise, their silence is a kind of strength. A quiet reminder that real connection still exists, even in the most performative of industries. They exchange handwritten notes during set breaks, a practice rare in modern production environments. On a recent live stream, a slip of Liin's tongue revealed that Wang Yibo remembers her coffee order from 2018. And during the Lunar New Year festival, their studios shared nearly identical captions, subtle but intentional. It's in the details, not the drama. Because deep down, whether you live in New York, Seoul, Tokyo, Jakarta, Paris, or Manila, we all crave something simple, cherry blossom to be seen, to be understood, to be supported without asking. That's what people see in Wang Yibo and Liin. And maybe, just maybe, that's why so many people have started to believe again. Not just in celebrity love stories, but in the possibility that fame doesn't always corrupt kindness. So whether they're soulmates, best friends, or two artists walking the same path, what Wang Yibo and Liin are showing us is rare, beautiful, and worth celebrating. Because in a world obsessed with filters and facades, it's the quiet, genuine moments that shine the brightest. If the story touched your heart, or made you smile even for a second, Sparkles, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to Starwatch now. We bring you the most heartfelt, human stories behind the glitz of global entertainment. Speech balloon, drop a comment below. Do you believe real friendships or even real love still exist in showbiz? Thank you for watching. Wherever you are in the world, stay inspired, stay kind, and we'll see you in the next video. This is Starwatch now, where real stories find their light.